Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Baxter, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite stocks that I was super excited about once I heard a few things that not a lot of other investors are talking about right now. So today I'm going to tell you my bullish thesis around this company, what this company is, and just a few different aspects, things they're starting to implement. They're making me really excited about this stock right now. And I'm going to give you kind of a price to look at that if it's under this certain price target, then I think it's definitely a buy and you should add it to your portfolio as soon as possible. But also try to dollar cost average into this stock, as the price could go up or down during these market conditions just based on what the market is doing right now. So here today on the channel, we're talking about PayPal. PayPal Holdings Incorporated is an American company operating a worldwide online payment system that supports as an electronic alternative to traditional paper methods like checks and money orders. So ticker symbol PYPL. You can look that up on RobinHood, Webull, type it in on Yahoo Finance. You can do some more research on this company. And definitely don't just take my word for it. Definitely do your own due diligence on this company before you put your hard-earned money into it, before you add this to your portfolio. Make sure you do your own research. Don't just trust some random guy on YouTube, but do hear me out on my bullish thesis. Listen to my points, and maybe I'll give you some ideas that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise. So PayPal right now is basically like an online bank. You can have a checking account, you can have a credit card with them as well as a debit card. You can do transactions for business expenses, or when you buy or sell things online, you go into the checkout and you can just pay with PayPal. And this is one of my bullish theses about this company, is the convenience. So if you're investing for the convenience factor, I have an example of this. So last week, my fiance was going to buy something online and I said, hey, why don't you just use our joint account? And she said, well, I'm just going to use PayPal because it's way easier. And so for this reason, I think a lot of people will be transitioning over to PayPal and using PayPal. And that just gets me really excited in general. With the, Rona, as investors like to call it, came along, people began shopping more online. And with this is the convenience of PayPal and being able to just use that account to buy everything with like one click or just a few clicks rather than typing in all your credit card information. Another reason I'm so excited about PayPal is Venmo. Venmo is a part of PayPal's business. So all these college students these days, people just in general wanting to buy or sell things or split bills with their friends, split utilities and rent and these types of things. It just makes it so easy for people to share money alongside one another, and Venmo is making this possible. And this is also competing with Square's Cash App, but everybody I know pretty much uses Venmo. It's very simple. It has sort of a social media aspect, which people like to use as well, and it's just so simple. And PayPal can make a small amount of money from people actually taking that money and doing instant transfers into their checking accounts. So every time somebody's doing that instant transfer into their checking account, PayPal is actually taking a small percentage of that transfer, and that's going to go straight into their revenue. Another acquisition that PayPal recently made is called Honey. And Honey is one of those little add-ons that you can put onto your web browser, and it'll help you find discounts and coupon codes for whatever kind of website you're on. It's super convenient, and it'll automatically find those coupon codes that you can use. And when it does this, PayPal is getting a small commission based on that coupon code that you use. So this is another thing that I think is really up and coming, and I think that it could generate a lot of revenue for PayPal in the long run. Currently with Honey, members are getting $126 of average savings. There are currently 30,000 plus participating merchants, and the average discount that Honey is able to provide to its users is 17.9%, which I think is really pretty cool. And anybody can sign up for Honey. It's free, and you just have it as a little add-on. And I just think that's something that that's really cool that they acquired, and especially with PayPal happening at the checkout of a purchase. So now you're also using their Honey application to get them even more revenue when you use their services, which I think is really great. And finally, another thing that's gotten me really, really excited about PayPal recently, and this was not on my radar until recently, and I just wanted to tell you guys, PayPal is now offering cryptocurrency. You're able to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrency with the PayPal platform. And this is really revolutionary, not only for PayPal, but I think cryptocurrency and Bitcoin just in general. So now I'm just gonna read this little article here for you guys. PayPal CEO Dan Schulman provided new details about the company's recent embrace of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So the CEO himself has talked about this cryptocurrency and how they want to incorporate it into their company. They want to make it so people can buy, hold, and sell their Bitcoin right on the platform. They also want to make it so you can make purchases with your Bitcoin for actual products. So when you want to go and buy, say, just like McDonald's or anything like that, you could actually go and purchase that with Bitcoin, and it would instantly transfer the Bitcoin into a cash value, so then you could buy whatever product you wanted to. And according to Schulman, this is gonna start in the first half of next year. They're gonna let people draw from cryptocurrency and pay for these goods and services, which I think is really cool. Now I'm gonna let you watch a short clip talking about the cryptocurrency that was made by PayPal. So something that sticks out here is trust. And a lot of people trust that PayPal is a reputable company and they're gonna be reliable. A lot of other cryptocurrency platforms where you could buy cryptocurrency, it's just not very reputable. And a lot of people don't understand it or know enough about it to trust it. So the fact that PayPal is doing this, a lot of users, I think, are gonna be able to say, okay, well, if I'm doing it with PayPal, it's so easy, it's so convenient. Why not just throw a few $100s in Bitcoin and see what happens? And when more people are buying and buying in, then the price is just gonna go up and up as the demand for Bitcoin is increasing. So if we look back and we look at the beginning of March, you can see the price was down, and it was down to $86 per share, which is just crazy that it's run all the way back up. And it even went as high as $213. Really, I think it was $215. It's just not showing on the chart there. And you can see it's had some volatility recently as the stock market was unsure about election news and also vaccine news. So PayPal really did benefit from the Rona, as more people were seeing it as, okay, this is an online banking asset. This is something where people could transition to from regular banks, brick and mortar. They could take all their money online, and they just saw it as safer and just kind of the way of the future. And now with Bitcoin being involved and cryptocurrency being involved, I think a lot of people are going to get even more excited about this stock in the short run. And also, I think that will play out in the long run as well. Recently, we can see the price dipping back in the past 3 months to around $175 here. And it's hit that or around that range a few times. So I think, in my personal opinion, anything under $200 is a deal for this company, for this stock. And I think that if it's under 200, you should definitely consider buying it. I have been buying it in small increments when it's been under $200. And I really think I'm going to continue buying this until it surpasses either $230 or $250. I think this is going to be a really good stock to hold for the next couple of years. So looking here at the stock price history, we can see the 52-week change of 89.10% versus the S&P 500 index fund, 52-week change was only 13.92%. So if you'd had your money all in PayPal versus having it in just the plain old index fund of the S&P 500, you would have made quite a significant amount more profits doing this. We can see the high was $215.83, and the 52-week low was $82.77. This was back in March when we had those really, really low valuations during that scary time of a lot of uncertainty. And then after that, you could see the bull run where people were really excited thinking, oh, PayPal is just going to go up with more people shopping online, with more hope on the online business versus brick and mortar of banks. So that's one of the reasons that PayPal went up so much in that short amount of time. But I think that PayPal still has a lot of room to grow. I still think it's a great company to hold in the long term. Now looking at the income statement, PayPal has a revenue of $20.3 billion, revenue per share 17.3. It has gross profits of almost $8 billion, and that is just crazy. The balance sheet, looking at that, they have a total cash balance of $14.16 billion, and their total debt is $9.66 billion. So if they wanted to, they could just go ahead and wipe out all the debt they have right now and still be quite substantially in the green. Their current ratio is 1.38, which I would say is good. Here we can take a look at the market cap. It's currently at $225 billion. We have a trailing PE of 72.71, which seems pretty high compared to some of these other stocks, but you can see that it's on the decline since the midway point of this year after the second quarter when it was 110. So that PE ratio is going down, which is a good sign because you always want to have the lower PE ratio. That just means you're getting a better deal on the stock. So that's just a few things about PayPal. This company is an absolute growth beast, and I think it'll be a beast in the future as well. PayPal, Venmo, Honey. We talked about the new cryptocurrency that they're working with. And all of these things combined just make a really awesome company that I'm excited to invest in. My personal opinion is that you should be watching it very closely if it dips under $200. I think this is a great buying opportunity. Anything under 200 is just a deal. There is some volatility in the market right now, so definitely put it in your watch list. If it's under 200, consider buying it. Dollar cost average into the stock, whatever you got to do. Get some shares of this and get ready to make some profits. But definitely don't just take my word for it either. Do your own due diligence. Research this company yourself. See if it's really something you want to be invested in or not. And it has recently gone as low as $175 per share. So if you could buy in at those prices, I think that would be really awesome. As always, don't forget to smash that like button and also hit that juicy red subscribe button. Join the family here. We're going to talk more about investing and stocks you should watch and add to your portfolio next week. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Peace.